So before we get into the video, I just wanted to remind you guys to pop on over to my Etsy shop. It would be greatly appreciated if you guys checked it out, maybe liked a few items. I have finished crochet pieces in there, some crochet patterns that I've designed, as well as handmade soaps, some beaded bracelets, just, lots of little things that could be, used for gifts, whatnot. It would be greatly appreciated. It helps to support the channel as well as my medical costs. So yeah, if you guys could do that for me, thank you so much. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. Happy Monday, guys! I hope everybody is having an amazing start to their week. If you're new to my channel, I'm Adrian, and Kiwi is my parrot. Also, if you're new to my channel, you're kind of catching me at an unusual time. Many of you know that I was in the hospital. I'm finally out. In my time, it is actually Thursday, I think. Yes, it is Thursday, September 9th. And you guys will see this on Monday the 23rd. Anyways, so I'm finally out of the hospital. You can see I've got some sores on my head. This one is actually really bad. I don't know how well you can see it. There's two right here that are not scabbed over, but they're sore. They're very sore, tender spots. Another one right here. And of course they're all over my scalp as well, in my hair and whatnot. For those of you that don't already know, I was in there for an EEG, and I was supposed to be there for 5 to 7 days. I actually only ended up being there for 3 days and 2 nights, because once they got me off the medication, it didn't take long for my seizures to start. You can actually still see a little bit of the glue that they used to hold the electrodes. I still have glue in my hair. There's quite a bit of the glue still in my hair. There's like chunks of it, actually. This feels like a chunk. I don't know if it's a scab or it's glue. I don't know. I can't tell. Anyways, so they released me today. When I got home, Benjamin spent like an hour with a comb and some detangler, unbraiding and trying to detangle my hair as best he could before I washed it. And then I got in the shower and I just scrubbed and scrubbed. I ended up brushing my hair with like half a bottle or so of conditioner in my hair to try to break up the glue. When I was getting released from the hospital, they actually used acetone on my head to loosen the glue enough to pull the electrodes off of my head. So that's how strong this glue is, that they were actually using acetone. So, and you can, on these spots here that are open, like actual open sores, let me tell you, acetone burns really bad when you get into an open sore. Yeah, these spots here particularly, and the forehead where it's rubbed raw, anywhere where my head was already rubbed raw was pretty painful when they put that stuff on there. From what I understand, it's acetone, and it's to loosen the glue enough just to pull the electrodes off. But I'm glad that I got released early, because I can't imagine how badly the sores would be if I had stayed the full 7 days. But like I said, it didn't take very long for my seizures to kick in full gear where I couldn't even talk, couldn't keep any train of thought at all. You know, the lady came in, or the nurse came in, and she was surprised that I was having so many seizures, but for whatever reason, she was like, it's very strange. I've never seen seizures where, you know, you just kind of stare off into space, because with my absence seizures, otherwise known as petit mal seizures, you can't really tell. Like, it's a slight change in my facial expression, or I'll stop mid-sentence and then pick right up where I left off. And most people, like, if you're in a room or a group of people, you're talking to more than one person, then you're not going to notice them. Like, if you're speaking to me one-on-one and really paying close attention, you might notice a twitch or a head nod, or, you know, things like that. And she was like, I've never seen anybody just kind of pick up right where they left off and shake it off. She was like, it's almost like you just shake it off like it didn't happen. And I was like, well, that's basically what I'm doing. Like, I've had seizures my whole life. There's no point in making a big deal out of it. But yeah, they ended up releasing me early. So there's that. And tomorrow I may or may not go into work. It's really going to depend on how I feel. As far as my hair goes, you know, we have brushed and combed and tried to break up the glue as much as possible. There's like a hairball like this big from when I was in the shower combing and brushing my hair with conditioner in it, trying to get this glue to break up. And when I was done, there was like a hairball this big. It was so huge. You know, and then there's spots down here on my chest where they had electrodes attached to each side of my chest. And I don't know what kind of sticky stuff they put on there, but when they pulled those things off, it took like a full top layer of flesh off with it. Like, yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, it's right around in this area, and it hurts and it itches. It could have been worse, I suppose. Like I said, I'm super happy to have gotten released, you know, a couple of days early. Now, as far as what I got done while I was there, I was hoping to get a little bit more done. That piece of glue is bugging me. I was hoping to get a little bit more done and maybe to start Mom's Ultimate Sacrifice shawl, but I didn't get that far. So I think it was last night, so Wednesday night, I finished the first panel for the top that I've been working on, the top that I've been designing, actually. I love these colors. And like I said, I'm working towards a 3/4 sleeve, but it's going to start out this way. And so there's going to be 2 panels that look like this, and then I have other plans to finish up the sleeves. So I did finish this, and then this is what I have left of that yarn, which I think is really nice, because there's just a little bit of pink left, and then it fades to purple, and then it goes to the navy blue. And I'm thinking that that is going to be perfect for when I add the bell to the sleeves, because I'm shooting for a bell sleeve, or maybe like a, I'm not sure if it's called a bell sleeve or if it's going to be more of a ruffled sleeve, but it's going to be probably 3/4. I measured out, I tried to get about 8 inches worth of sleeve, but it kind of shrunk up a little bit on me, and so it's more about 7.5 in length, as far as the length of the sleeve right now. And then width wise, it is about 7.5 inches as well. I'm shooting for about a 15-inch circumference around, because my arm is, I measured my arm and it came out 14 inches, so I was thinking 15 inches, because I don't want it to be too tight, but I don't want a super loose sleeve either, because I do want to add the bell to it. So yeah, I mean, I'm working on that. I finished that last night, and then I thought, you know, I'm getting released tomorrow morning. I don't want to start a new project, at least not in the hospital, so I started playing video games on my computer. So that's all I got finished while I was in the hospital. I really expected to get finished with more, but considering I'm using a 3.5mm hook on this, plus there was a couple of times I had to go back and frog rows because I was trying to crochet while having pretty heavy seizures, and I would, what I kept doing is I kept forgetting this chain 2 space, and I'd jump right over to doing double crochets over here, and then I wouldn't realize it till I would get to the next row, and then I'd have to go back and frog everything, and that happened quite a few times, especially when I was having multiple seizures. I was just forgetting that chain 2 space. Now everything else I didn't forget, you know, I didn't know how to, I didn't forget how to make the fans or the double crochets. I just kept forgetting to put that chain 2 space in there, and you know, I just resulted in me having to frog quite a bit. So, I mean, yeah, that's what that is. Well, I mean, now that I'm home, though, and maybe I will have this finished by Wednesday for Whip Wednesday. I don't know. But considering that it's my time, it's Thursday, and you guys won't see this till Monday, I am planning on starting Mom's Ultimate Sacrifice shop with this yarn here. You guys may have seen it in another video that I did. I think it came out last Monday, where I was talking about one of these cakes had a bunch of like parts in it where the yarn was like broken. I don't know which one it was, but I think I'm going to go ahead and start Mom's Ultimate Sacrifice shawl, and maybe with luck I'll get it finished before Whip Wednesday. I don't know. You know, I haven't really decided if I'm gonna go to work on Friday. I probably should, but I really haven't made my mind up on that. Like, I am kind of tired. My face is sore. My legs are sore. I think my legs are sore, though, from being stuck in a bed. And it's almost like they don't remember how to carry me or hold me up. I was noticing that when we first left the hospital. It was, I don't know what you would call it. You know, I'd been stuck in a bed for 3 days and 2 nights, and when we left the hospital, I was just noticing my legs were really sore. I hadn't worked out or anything, or been walking or moving around. The only thing I can think of is it's kind of like my legs just forgot how to work. It was very strange. My feet hurt as well, and I don't know why, unless it's just a case of my feet are not, they took a vacation and now they don't remember that they're supposed to hold me up. Because yeah, my feet are pretty sore too, and I don't know why that is. But overall, I'm feeling very well. You know, I did speak with my disability attorney, and she's going to go and get the records and everything so that she can turn them in and possibly get my disability back for my seizures, and so that would be really good. We've been working on that now, I think, for like a year and a half. You know, I don't know that it's going to happen, but, you know, if not, that's okay. I make, you know, at least enough to pay for my prescriptions through Scream Hollow and through the Etsy shop, which, funnily enough, I did not have any sales through the Etsy shop at all in August. And I hadn't had any in September, up until I went to the hospital, and what sold was actually a necklace, a made-to-order necklace, that I have in my shop it's like a little, pixie dust necklace, and they come with little charms on them, and they don't take me long to make or at all, but, the shipping time on there, is 3 days. And, so I was stuck in the hospital going, okay, how am I gonna manage this? Because it's not like I could call Mom and be like, hey, can you get this and ship it out? I've got an order for it, you know, like, so I ended up having to, message the person that made the order and let her know, like, unfortunately, I'm in the hospital, is it okay? Like, I won't be able to ship this out until, you know, this time or this day or whatever it was. And I got really lucky. She totally understood and wished me well and all of this. I got really lucky because, you know, sometimes customers are like, oh my god, well, that's not going to work for me, and they can be really ugly. But I got really lucky, and she did not have a problem with me having to push back the shipping date. So that was really cool. Plus, you know, that order will cover the shop fees for the month. You know, it's because it was just a small order. It'll cover the shop fees probably for the entire month of September. You know, and then I've got things going on at Scream Hollow and this and that, which I don't know if I ever got to tell you guys how, I don't remember if I told you guys that, apparently I sold quite a few bats, opening weekend at Scream Hollow, and I know I sold at least one pumpkin, and of course while I was in the hospital I was crocheting, and, 2 different nurses wanted to know where they could check my channel out and whatnot, and so I just gave them my little business card that has all my information with everything from Etsy to Facebook to YouTube, you know. I figured it was easier that way. So that was kind of cool that they wanted to check out the channel. If y'all are watching, hi and thank you. Y'all did an awesome job taking care of me. I don't know. I mean, I feel like, you know, overall, I'm doing really well, and like I said, I'm really hoping that this new testing is going to help my situation with my disability. It's going to help to, well, it did help. For one thing, they, instead of it being like one side of my brain or the other that has a seizure, my seizures actually happen in both hemispheres of my brain simultaneously. And they had a word for it. They did tell me that the type of epilepsy I have is hereditary, and that we should probably take Casey Monroe in to get an EEG. We're not going to take Benjamin because he's 19, and if he was going to show any symptoms of having epilepsy, he probably would have showed them by now. So I got lucky with one. Maybe I'll get lucky and go and get 2 for 2 kids that didn't get epilepsy. But they did say that we should probably have Casey checked out. I don't know. I mean, like, it's been an interesting couple of days. I don't know. You know, Kiwi was here by himself for the most part. You know, Benjamin tried to feed and water him the best that he could, because Kiwi kept attacking him. He is lucky that Kiwi's very lucky he did not run out of water, because when I got here today, there was like this much water left in his water dish. Because every time Benjamin would try to get the water dish to give him fresh water, Kiwi would attack him. And there was that much, about that much left in his water bowl. And it was red because he had bits of strawberry floating in it. Among other things. I don't know what else he dipped in it, but it looked like maybe a piece of corn. I'm not really sure what that yellow thing was, but so when I got home, I had to take care of Kiwi. He was not a happy bird while I was gone. Now, Mom did come and sit with him for a few hours one of the days that I was in the hospital. And Casey was here. I think Casey was here the day I left for the hospital. It might have been the day before. I'm not really sure. But Benjamin tried to take care of this bird the entire time that I was gone, and all Kiwi would do was attack him. So I had to give props to Benjamin because he was patient and didn't hurt my bird. You know, he made sure that he got time outside on the balcony. He made sure that he had food and that the TV was on so that Kiwi wouldn't get as lonely and at least had something to listen to. But apparently, like I said, apparently Kiwi attacked Benjamin quite a few times. But I'm really beginning to think that Kiwi just doesn't like men. Because he doesn't treat women that way. He's pretty nice to women, actually, but he attacks Benjamin, and he screams at my dad, and he screams at any other male that has ever stepped foot in my bedroom. He screeches at them. He doesn't do that to women, usually. At least not to my mom or the girls. I think he just doesn't like women, or doesn't like men. So that's how Kiwi's doing. Right now he's over there staring at me while he preens his feathers. He's got his little head twisted all the way around. But yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much everything that I can think of right now. I'm sure, like, if I think of anything else, I will fill you guys in, probably on Whip Wednesday or maybe during Tuesday's live. I haven't decided just yet if I'll be going live on Tuesday, but typically I do, at noon Central Standard Time, for those of you that do want to watch it. Yeah, and I haven't decided yet. So yeah, I haven't made any concrete decisions on what I'm doing right now, aside from sitting in my chair and crocheting, because I have wanted my chair for like 3 days. I miss my chair, I miss my bird, and so the only thing I've executively decided is I'm gonna sit in my chair with my yarn and my bird. But anyways, guys, I will let you go for now. And I'm sure you guys will know what I'm doing eventually, whether it's going to work or, you know what I mean. I'll fill you guys in. I usually fill you guys in on everything that's going on in my life anyways. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one, whether that be a video or whether that be my live stream. So yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye.